live stream. If you're just joining us, well, of course you're just joining us, I just started. But we're gonna drive all the way from Binghamton to Albany. I'm not gonna live stream that whole time because my hand will get tired, but this is potentially America's most boring highway. At least that's my vote.
I say 17 West.
17 in general is pretty boring.
Hey, look, somebody's tailgating me already.
88 has some of the worst cell service I've ever seen as well, so
Somebody's calling.
I don't know if this live stream will hang on or not. Of course somebody's calling.
Hello. Hi.
Hopefully the signal quality's not bad.
Okay, well, I filled up his food dish, but I put it on the porch. Oh, okay. So you just put more in it? Okay, does it have water?
Make sure to write down in the comments where you're watching from.
Cool.
But yeah, potentially America's most boring highway, Interstate 88 eastbound. There are some good views up here,
It's
though.
actually not, though, because it's getting, like, kind of skinny. We gotta make
It definitely is one of
It
definitely is one of the most beautiful highways in the fall. Sorry if this is shaky, I didn't bring a tripod. Maybe I can just stick you guys in the window. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, so he's all set, so that's good.
Let's see. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. Measured mile.
You're funny.
Like they're ever gonna enforce it with a helicopter.
She hasn't gone for a walk in like over a week.
We're coming up on exit 4, Sanitaria Springs. Sounds like something from a novel. Sanitaria Springs.
Cool. That's funny. Well, I'm glad you're walking her.
Or maybe one of the Cars movies.
It's good.
Oh, Jesus. That bridge did not have a smooth transition.
Really?
There. I know.
Like food or other stuff?
I will say they've dramatically improved Interstate 88 over the years. Used to be pothole city up here, but now it's not quite as bad. Of course, somebody has to think that.
Wow.
It's looking a little stormy today, and some of the Canadian wildfire smoke is back. So it's gonna look a little hazy in the distance.
Our trip up 88, if you want to follow us. Okay, cool. Bye-bye.
So anyway, we're coming around a curve here, and at the top of the hill is one of the highest points on the road. I think you're elevated at like 1,600 feet.
I'm pretty sure it's way higher once you get up towards Schenectady.
What kind of bird is
What's wrong with that bird?
I don't know. He's riding the
flying
wind.
weird.
That was strange.
They recently redid that bridge.
Anyway, I have the solution to keep you guys from bouncing around is to keep it in the window and just kind of hold it when we go over a bridge because I didn't bring out a tripod. But anyway, let me know down in the comments where you're watching from. It also looks a little stormy out today. But yeah, like I just said, a lot of the Canadian wildfire smoke, some of it is back.
Not nearly as bad as it was.
Right. And technically we're not going to Albany, we're going to Schenectady, but close enough.
This is exciting. Can I do this also?
Sure. Jesus.
Bridges.
Those bridges are terrible. Like I said, I didn't bring my tripod, so I'm making do with what I got.
exit 5 right now, which is Belden Hill and Martin Hill Road. Belden Hill has a golf course that a lot of local people go up to. But more importantly for our family, if you go off this exit here, take a right, after a couple miles you'll be at Animal Adventure in Harpersville, which is where April the giraffe was. She made the park famous, and he's really expanded since then, and you can go and you can feed the giraffes, and it's a really nice outdoor wildlife place where you can go. We usually go every year, and it's fantastic to see all the baby animals, and you can feed a bunch of the animals, and there's tigers there and all kinds of stuff, and there's lions and giraffes, and then lots of North American animals too.
Marco Polo asks, what's the weather out there? It is 65, 64, and cloudy. Very cloudy. Very cloudy, and also, like I was just saying, there's Canadian wildfire smoke is back. So yeah, right at the peak of this hill, I believe, is the highest point of the road, possibly.
I'm sure it's higher.
Let's see if we hit this. This doesn't say the elevation. I thought it did. I'm sorry. My old car, that used to show you the elevation. But anyway, yeah, now it's starting to rain. So there you go, Marco Polo. It's raining. Sort of. Sprinkling, drizzling.
That's beautiful.
Very nice view coming up here. America's bumpiest and boring highway.
I had to go up and down this road so many times. Don't get me on camera. Because I went to SUNY Oneonta. We had to go up and down this several times a year. And I think they're working their way down towards Binghamton, because every time I go up here to visit my friend, between Oneonta and Albany is getting more and more redone. They're redoing all the roads. So eventually I feel like they're going to get all the way down to Binghamton. But this first half heading east is pretty bumpy.
Harpersville and Nineveh coming up. But yeah, it's pretty desolate looking out here. I mean, there's just not a whole lot. Just not a whole lot to look at, really.
Then why are you doing
between the bridges is just so bumpy. I think they would smooth it out somehow, but what do I know?
Do you know the history of the road, or do you talk about the accidents?
Harpersville and Nineveh coming up. The history of the road is that it was built in the 80s, I believe.
What was here before? You gotta know.
It was just farmland.
Wow, look at the freaking moose!
Oh my god, a moose.
What's that?
That's about what I would expect to see on this road, a moose in somebody's car.
If it's not a moose, please correct us, because I was just guessing. But
It definitely looked like a moose.
It was certainly not a deer, and I don't think it was an elk, but... That was entertaining.
That was crazy.
Almost, honey. And it's not Chuck E. Cheese either, honey. We're going to... Bruce cheese.
I can't see it.
We're not there yet, baby.
Bruce cheese was a lot less successful than Chuck E. Cheese, but fun nonetheless. Oh, look, there's windmills in the distance. Yes.
Those are the ones in Windsor.
The ones everybody hates. If there's a clearing, here's the clearing. There you can kind of see them. Oh, geez. My wife's trying to kill us. Marco Polo says, watch out for the Super Troopers. Yes, Super Troopers. Ooh, beautiful river right there. Is that the Shenango? I don't know what river that was. If you know what river that was, write it down in the comments.
Between exits 5 and 6.
Yeah, between exits 5 and 6.
Is that what it is?
I don't know, you're the one with Google Maps open.
I don't have maps open. I know how to get there.
for everybody that's just joining at the moment, there was a car with a dead moose in the back. That was
Not a dead moose. I think it was just the head.
the head of a moose in the back of a trunk. Back of a pickup truck. One thing you got to have for trips like this is your iced coffee.
Which is mine.
Which is technically my wife's, but technically mine.
Hey, I have an idea. How about everybody guess how fast I can go without getting a ticket?
Well, according to Marco Polo, Super Troopers will find you, so...
They do have some good hiding spots on this road. I know them, though, from all my trips up and down to Oneonta. So I know where the... See, here's one right here. And then when you get up to the top of the hill, there's another one, too.
Is there a Super Trooper? Let's see.
No.
No, it is clear. Half the fun of trying to guess where all the speed traps are, but ever since Waze has been a thing, that's gone. Welcome to Shenango County. We have left the mothership. We have left Broome County. This is good. You made this good.
Thanks, honey.
I'm always scared of the metal straw, though. I'm always scared the metal straw is gonna chip my teeth off.
Well, I could have got a glass straw, but I thought that was weird.
Yeah, glass is a little concerning.
It's so thick so that you could make boba tea if you want.
Bubble tea?
Yeah.
Boba tea?
But yeah, whatever, with the tapioca balls. I mean, not that I'm going to, but you could.
So, if you're just joining us, we're driving from Binghamton to Albany.
I'm missing all my favorite songs.
She's missing all her favorite songs. Let me know down in the comments where you're watching from. So, the debate topic for this video is Interstate 88 the most boring highway in America?
Also, I have a bone to pick with it, and I should have started with this. It's not an interstate.
Mommy, I'm so sick of my
Discuss.
Yeah, discuss down in the comments. Is it an intrastate or an interstate? Technically,
What do you need, sweetie?
and Marco Polo, I changed. It is now, I don't know why you can't. It is now
Sure.
68,
That's a good idea.
partly sunny, very cloudy,
Get out of my coffee.
very cloudy and smoky from the Canadian wildfire smoke.
Not
Again.
nearly as bad as it was, though.
Oh yeah, the last time it was ridiculously bad.
After.
We're coming up on exit 7, Afton, New York.
Don't they have Afton field days or something?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the Afton field days are where you just throw bottles of milk at Target.
Stop. You're being mean to people.
I'm not. It's just, I'm kidding. If you live in Afton, you have beautiful, untouched countryside. But anyway, yeah, exit 7 Afton's coming up here. What is your favorite exit on 88? Let me know. Mine is both the beginning and the end of the highway.
Mine's Cooperstown. There's an Oregon license plate.
Oh, Oregon. It's a real Oregander right there.
Mine's Cooperstown because of the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. You know, I forget that Cooperstown is on this road. Maybe it's not so boring after all.
Well, it's about 20 minutes, a half an hour off of the road, but still. And Fly Creek and the Cooperstown Beverage Trail.
Oh my god, and how can we forget about Howe's Caverns?
Yeah.
Howe's Caverns is on this road too.
There's a couple of state schools.
See, the signs do say Interstate 88. If you're just
commenting on my tirade?
No. If you're just joining, we were debating on whether this road should be an intrastate since it doesn't leave New York, or an interstate.
And it irritates me.
It is a little weird that it doesn't leave New York, but a lot of roads are like that. Interstate 476, the Pennsylvania Turnpike, does not leave Pennsylvania, and it's labeled an interstate.
Well, then that's also dumb.
One commenter says, not the most boring highway, but definitely boring. Yeah, I would agree with that assessment.
What do they think is the most?
What do you think is the most boring interstate in America?
Not that we've even been on that many of them.
Interstate 86, Route 17 is definitely in contention for that award. So this road, I believe, was built in the 80s.
Otherwise, people had to go on Route 7, I think.
Marco Polo says I'll go with introstate.
Well, intrastate means within the state.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah. Introstate, he says. Parts of this road look like they belong in Iraq. They're like bombed out looking. But they fixed a lot of them. You know, they've cleaned it up a lot.
Lots of construction up past Oneonta.
Yeah, up past Oneonta, definitely a lot of work being done on the road itself.
You can sleep, Elizabeth, if you want.
It's weird, now the sky is sunny in this like one little spot right here. DOT over there. Wonder what he's doing. It looks like he's spraying for weeds. Oh, cool. I'm on ultra wideband. That's exciting. Patrick, yes, this road goes from Binghamton to Albany.
Stops at the toll plaza.
It actually stops at a toll plaza if you're just shy of Schenectady. If you're a fan of, after Schenectady, if you're a fan of nerdy technology, for whatever reason, Verizon has ultra wideband out here in the middle of nowhere.
Tower's right there.
And I'm getting close to 500 down. Make sure if you're watching the live stream afterwards, you go subscribe to Upstate Speed Tests, my secondary channel dedicated to networking, wireless networks, and wireless technology. Marco Polo says, I drove on that road not long ago and they had done some work. It's better than it used to be. Yeah, it's definitely way better than it used to be a long time ago. It used to be just horrifically bad. I mean, really, really bumpy the whole way. But not anymore. We're coming up on Bainbridge.
Oh, there's a new Bible church. Holy Cow Storage. Aquaga Creek State Park.
Yeah, I lifeguarded at Aquaga Creek State Park back in the day. So yeah, we're coming up on Sydney.
Oh, did you want to put that on the channel or not?
No, it's fine. So if you're just joining, we're driving from the Binghamton area to the Albany area. And the topic for debate this video was, is this America's most boring highway? It's definitely in contention, I'll give it that. And if you notice off a trend as where wildfire smoke may be happening.
When we get to Unadilla, talk about the driving, but not yet.
This is an impressive rock cut over here. They literally had to slice the hill in half to fit the road down in here. I think the architecture and engineering behind the highway system is just really fascinating. Here's another turnaround spot. Is there a cop? No. Nope, it was just a truck.
Somebody's pulled over.
Wonder what happened to this guy.
Oh, looks like he's got all his tires.
Yeah, right? Usually they're missing a tire. Look off in the distance over there. Look at that. That's a view.
You have to hold the shots longer.
Well, they keep disappearing.
Charlotte, you want to put a different Tony on?
Look at that view. I would say the most boring highway I've ever been on was the California into Nevada border. It's not fun until you hit Henderson. Yeah, at least in Henderson you can gamble for a couple minutes. The desert to me would be interesting though, just because it's not what we're used to, you know.
Sure, it would get monotonous though. See how much more comfortable it is in your car?
There's a lot more room in here, yeah. We should have bought a minivan.
I told you that. Yeah, there's another topic of discussion. Minivan or third row SUV?
Alright, new topic of discussion. Minivan or 3-row SUV? Which would you buy? Or a full-sized SUV. However, that was kind of out of our budget, so.
Not if we got a used one.
Well, if more people would hit the subscribe button, maybe we could get a full-sized SUV. Or just give the video a thumbs up.
New county.
Delaware County now. Welcome to Delaware County. U-turn point. Is there a cop? No.
What's that noise?
I don't know. I think Charlotte was playing with her Tony box there.
Usually when it makes that noise, it goes backwards though, but it wasn't.
So what can you tell us about the Sydney exit? Miss Oniana, class of what?
Nothing. 08.
08? Class of 08?
No, I lied. 2007. I got my master's in 08.
Marco Polo says it's kind of cool, but do it more than two or three times and you're over it. Yeah, I feel like that same logic can be applied to this road. It's scenic and beautiful for the first 3 times, and then 4 through whatever are kind of monotonous.
It's still nice to go up and down it though. It's nostalgic for me. Remembering my college days, I'm going to see my best friend from college, so it's not too bad.
Marco Polo says, I have a 3-row SUV and love it. That's what this is. This is a Subaru Ascent. It's a 3-row SUV. And rows 1 and 2 are very, very large and spacious. Row 3 is
Third row's okay.
Third row's okay. It's a little cramped.
We fit in there fine.
We fit in there,
we're not
and
tall.
we're both very obese.
No,
so.
We're not very tall is the thing. Somebody who's 5'10" isn't gonna it would be comfortable back there, but.
And the trunk in this car is great if you have the third row down. With the third row up, you're kind of cramped for trunk space. I bought a Thule box, which is fine if you're going on a long trip, but it's kind of a pain in the rump to set up if you're not going to use it for a long period of time. And then you have the clearance issue. I would have used the Thule box on our trip to Canada, but the place we were staying with the Thule box on, I would not have fit in the parking garage. And outside of the parking garage, the parking options were not very good.
Make that sound stop. I'll hold it. Make them stop.
All right. Don't get pulled over. Ouch.
He's got to make a kid adjustment. The next 2 exits are Unadilla. Sorry about the beeping. As soon as he puts the seatbelt back on, it'll go away. We're coming up on one of my favorite scenic sections. Sort of. I'll show you once we get there. It's a little bit closer to Oneonta, but it's one of the biggest hills, mountains, if you will. It's not really a mountain; it's more of a hill. But it's how I always knew I was really close to school.
So fun fact about me. But anyway, and yeah, if you look off in the distance there, the Canadian wildfire smoke has partially returned. Let me know area if it's smoky or not smoky.
Oh, rest area.
I love how they put these signs up. Next rest area, 37 miles. Like, hey, you better decide quickly if you can hold it. Otsego County. We were in Delaware County. So
Our fourth county. Now we're back in Delaware County.
Yeah, we crossed counties for about 3 seconds there. South Carolina car right there.
Oh, that's
cool.
exciting. So we've seen South Carolina and Oregon.
We saw a dead moose in the back of a truck. Moose head or moose in general.
We should have tried to see the timestamp so we could tell people when to go back.
Yeah.
Here's a rest area. Truck inspection. Show it.
The truck inspection is not open today.
What about you, Tony, back, Charlotte?
Oh, something in the road there. But yeah, let me know what your guys' travel plans are for the summer. Where are you going? We have a plan to go to the new Showboat Water Park in Atlantic City. It's a $100 million water park attached to the former Showboat Casino Hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Other than that, we don't really have any travel plans for the summer.
Oh, look, is that Ben Weitzman?
Ben Weitzman recycling truck.
Is Ben driving the truck?
No smoke in Southern California, as far as I know, at least not yet. Well, you guys have other problems in Southern California. No, it's Marco Polo.
Oh.
You know, we were in Southern California at the beginning of the pandemic.
Literally.
Literally right when it was...
You're going to pass me? I don't think you're going to pass me. Nope, we're not passing me.
Like, literally right when it started. And we were supposed to stay there for... she's waving at me now. We were supposed to stay there for a week. We were supposed to stay there for a week. We got there.
She was waving and not flipping you off?
No, it was definitely a wave. It had all 5 fingers. But we were supposed to stay there for a week. We got there. We went to San Diego. We went up to LA. When we got to LA, everything started shutting down.
The world shut down.
Literally, the world shut down. And it was getting to the point where you had to wait in line to go into a grocery store.
And nothing was left.
And a lot of restaurants were switching to takeout. So we left like 2 or 3 days early because, well, there was a legitimate concern that we wouldn't get home. There was, rumors or speculation that the national airway system, the national flights were going to close. So we left early. We got out of there quickly. And we came back. And then the pandemic was born. So that's kind of how it went.
Ooh, Tennessee.
A Tennessee license plate right there in that car.
Oregon, South Carolina, Tennessee.
We've seen a lot of, there's been a lot of license plates on this road, that's for sure.
What's that?
Sorry about the binging, I have to fix something. Wow, you're so smart, huh? You see Daddy cleaned your tablet up for you?
What did she need?
Time limit went on.
Oh. There's some kind of buzzer. You can't see him flying. Oh, there he is. Oop, sorry. Trying to get the bird. I love watching birds soaring while I'm driving.
Look at that view.
Nice valley.
Views.
This valley was cut out by an iceberg, by the way.
Sunk the Titanic.
No, different,
It was
different
his,
iceberg.
It was his cousin.
All this, in the Ice Age, obviously, all this was covered in ice. So the valley that we live in is cut out by an iceberg, and that's how the Susquehanna River formed. This is all the Susquehanna River shed up here.
Well, wouldn't it be the Delaware soon?
I don't know, there's a sign. But my point is, this whole valley was cut out by glaciers. Not icebergs, glaciers. Oh my God.
So I guess you could say we like it on the rocks.
You're so weird.
So if you're just joining, we're driving
Glacier.
from Glacier. Yes, Glacier.
Oh my gosh, now I sound like an idiot.
If you're just joining, we're driving from Binghamton to Albany on what may be America's most boring highway, Interstate 88. Although it does, right, technically an intrastate because it never leaves New York, but very beautiful views on this road. It's a little smoky today, as you can see, from the Canadian wildfires. Let me know down in the comments where you're watching from and where you're going this summer. Coming up on exit 12, Wells Bridge in Otsego. Otsego? Did I say that right? Otsego.
Patrick asked a question a long time ago. Did you see it?
What was the question?
Does this road go to the Albany area? Yes.
Yes. The road goes to the technically Schenectady area, and then the New York State Thruway takes you the rest of the way. We got our Easy Pass tag up there. Otsego County. Otsego. I can't talk. Oswego?
No, it's certainly not that.
The New York State experience. Pull out your wallet and pay your taxes, it says. Oops.
It doesn't.
Hey, look, it's another ascent.
Let's wait.
We're in an ascent.
With a Thule on
With
it.
a Thule. He has a small Thule, though. My Thule's a big Thule. I have a very big Thule. The biggest Thule you've ever seen, folks.
I don't have any GPS on, but I would assume that, yes. We just got
our
Otsego, and we'll be in
glass bottle with coffee in it here.
We'll be in Oneonta.
So for the 6 people who are watching, write down in the comments, where are you going this summer? What are your travel plans? Do you have any travel plans? Are you flying anywhere or driving anywhere? TNT Bro says, yo.
So we're coming up on my favorite part of the trip, on this side of Oneonta at least, because when I would be driving, once you come up over this crest, you see this big hill, and then if Frank looks to the left, once we come up here, it looks like you're driving right into the hill, and then there's a little hump. I always knew I was back at school.
It does kind of look like you're going right into the hill.
I know, isn't that beautiful? And then over there, like, there it is. I used to call it my mountain. So the road follows right along this hill, and when you turn around, Oneonta.
TNT Bro.
See?
Maybe yo means he's going to yo mama's house.
Yes, Charlotte, do you need something?
Oh, what are you doing?
I accidentally went into something.
There is a stretch of desert highway in Texas for about 300 miles that is the most boring, says CM.
Oh.
I could see that. Yeah, Texas is pretty flat too. I mean, at least here you've got hills and
Trees.
bogs like that to look at, so, you know. So CM, what are your travel plans for the summer, man? Let us know down in the comments. Yeah, I gotta say, this road's pretty smooth. It used to be terrible.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
They basically rebuilt the whole thing. So, did the Yankees win last night? No, they lost.
No, they got killed.
Like 12-1. Oh my
I don't know. I
God.
turned it off and it was 15-5.
Ugh.
And
I think
bottom of the 8th, they put a position player into pitch.
I think they finished. I
went to bed when it was 15-5. So
15-5.
that's when I turned it
God.
off. I don't know if they did something else. I don't know if the score was different, but that's what I turned it off. They'll do better today
I'm sure they will.
against those Red Sox.
So anyway, we're coming up on Oneonta here in a couple more miles, the Oneonta area anyway.
I think this next exit is 13. There's a huge soccer complex. I believe there's a soccer hall of fame, I believe. I've never been there, obviously, because I hate soccer.
Did we want to get off and get some food?
For what?
For lunch?
I told you we have snacks, honey.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're coming up on Oneonta. We're on 88 East. Intrastate 88 is what it should be, according to my wife. Oneonta, Morris. You've got Oneonta State University here, SUNY Oneonta. You've got...
Not on this exit, though. This exit has...
Right, this is the business park exit and the airport. You've got... Hartwick is up here on this exit.
Yep, Hartwick College and SUNY Oneonta are two big. There's also a hospital, which is a big employer in the area. And then on the south side, they've really developed a lot since I was here in the early 2000s.
Oh yeah, they got all the retail over there.
Yeah, they've really built up a lot of stuff since I've been there. So a little jealous, but it's okay. I still had a good time.
Also, let me know down in the comments if you saw the collapse of I-95 over the past week. A truck carrying 8,500 gallons.
Mommy, why is it taking us so long?
Because they just live a little far away from us. It's okay.
A truck carrying 8,500 gallons of 87 unleaded rolled over off the Cottman Avenue exit in Philadelphia on 95, burst into flames, softened the steel under the bridge on that exit, and caused the northbound lanes of 95 to collapse. It caved in. Corning over there. But imagine Corning makes glass. They blow glass, they make fiber optics, they do everything glass related. They do cell phone parts that go into cell phones, like the glass. But anyway, it was crazy that that bridge just caved in on 95 like that. They say it's going to be reopened in a few weeks with temporary lanes, so that'll be interesting.
Why did your dad call it the Warren-Anderson Expressway?
The Warren-Anderson Expressway.
That's what your dad called it.
That's the senator it's named after.
Oh.
Marco Polo says, I'm going to Vegas, then to Disneyland.
Oh. Yeah, we were planning to go to Disneyland when we were in California, and of course everything got messed up with the pandemic, so it closed the week before we got there. Here's one of the main exits for Oneonta, exit 14. This brings you, if you go down this exit and turn left, it brings you right to Main Street, which is downtown. To the left is where the colleges are, where most of the, where the residential area is. Hartwick up on the hill. Then over to our right is South Side. So it's literally the south side of the river. There's a river right to our right here, and the interstate. I didn't get off that exit though. I always would get off exit 15 here. Same thing. If you go left, you go into town. If you go right, you go over to the south side where there's a mall and there's hotels and all the grocery stores and Walmart and all that stuff. A lot of more restaurants now than there used to be.
Now, in my opinion, this giant hill over here needs an Oneonta sign. With all the towers on top, it looks like it could be the Hollywood sign. Slightly less famous than Hollywood, though.
Oh, also on exit 15, the famous Brooks Barbecue Deliciousness.
Oh. I had dinosaur barbecue the other week, and it was not that great, to be honest. It was expensive, and the food was good, but it wasn't $20 good. We'll put it that way. CM says I have 2 tapestries on my wall from Oneonta.
Oh, cool.
Well, that's cool.
I remember there was a shop on Main Street where you had to go up to the second floor and they had all that kind of stuff. It was a shop for college kids to buy stuff.
Main Street here in Oneonta?
Yeah.
That's cool.
There's a
Going
second
over
floor.
some railroad tracks over there. Well, anyway, guys, the rest of this road is very boring.
We gotta go to Cooperstown first.
We're gonna come up on Cooperstown. Will be is it the next exit?
No, there's 16 first. There's a lot of stuff in Oneonta and around through this exit through 15, 16, 17. There's a Glimmerglass lake, I think, up here, which I honestly didn't even know existed while I was here. There's a Farmers Museum that a lot of people go to. The Price Chopper Plaza is actually closest to this exit 16 off to the left here. Used to go there once in a while. Look at this Airstream.
That's a classic right there.
Look at the license plate. Where is it?
Indiana.
Indiana Airstream. Look at that.
I bet Mike Pence is camping with his mother in there.
So what's that? Indiana.
So far,
Oregon.
So far, we've seen Oregon, Indiana,
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Probably a
No, there was one other one. Which one? Farther in the alphabet. I do it in alphabetical order so I can remember.
We've probably seen a PA plate somewhere along here, but
I haven't. Can you have somebody remind us what else we've seen?
make
besides
sure
South
to
Carolina?
somebody write down in the comments all the license plates that we've told you we've seen.
Indiana.
South Carolina.
Or you gotta go in alphabetical
Oregon.
order. Oregon, South Carolina, and I feel like there was another one and I can't remember it.
I don't know.
Mom brain is real.
Old brain is real too. And here's Cooperstown. CM says they were from the store across from, I can't read that right now, Bazaari's, which isn't there now, in 71.
Oh, I see.
Breezy, B-R-A-Z-E-E-S.
Breezy's?
Breezy's, Brazzies.
Okay, just stop. Talk about Cooperstown.
Reduced speed, road work ahead. So anyway, Cooperstown, home to the Baseball Hall of Fame. Home to a lot of baseball training camps.
Yeah, the Field of Dreams. They have tournaments there every year.
Yep.
There's a Cooperstown Beverage Trail, which includes Bear Pond Winery. There's a Cooperstown Brewery, Ommegang Brewery, which is really beautiful to go to. They have all Belgian-style ales for the most part, and you can tour their brewery. There's also Fly Creek, which is really great, which is maybe a half an hour off of this interstate.
And they do the Baseball Hall of Fame induction every year up here, right?
Right, but I'm talking about Fly Creek right now. It's a cidery, and you can go there, and they've got a pond with ducks, and there's chickens, and you can watch how they make the cider, and you can see all the old tractors, and you can go in and they have a really great shop with delicious food products from New York State.
Patrick says Penn's going to repent and join a commune in upstate New York.
Commune.
Commune, yeah.
Oh, there's also the railway in the Cooperstown exit, which is technically in what town? Milford?
Milford,
The
yeah.
railroad. So they offer several different kinds of railroad trips throughout the year, themed for holidays. They do. We went on a fall foliage ride. It was beautiful.
And there's actually a video about it on the channel you can watch too.
They also do things for Christmas time. I can't remember if they do an Easter train ride or not, but it's really cool. They also use one of the tracks for pedal cars, so you can actually pedal car up and down the track from Milford to Cooperstown and back. So
That's so cool.
yeah, there's a lot of really cool things to do in and around the area with Oneonta and Cooperstown. Then once you get up here, personally, there's not really much to do. I don't know this half of 88 nearly as well, since it's farther from home, but there is Howe Caverns at some point. There's another SUNY school. Which one?
Morrisville?
Cobleskill.
Cobleskill?
Yeah.
Delhi's up here somewhere too.
Yeah. So there's some schools, but in my opinion, there's not a whole lot between Oneonta and Albany.
Oh man, look at this fresh pavement.
Yeah, I told you they've been getting
Nice.
closer. They've been getting closer to home. Sorry about my voice. I've been fighting a sinus infection.
We've been giving it back and forth to each other. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us on this almost hour-long
Don't we want to see House Cavern?
live stream.
Ask them if they want to continue or if
House Cavern is coming up on the left side of the road here, probably another 20 miles or so. I don't know.
So ask if they want us to continue.
Does anybody want to see House Cavern
Or the rest of the trip.
or the rest of the trip? Although my arm is getting tired.
Do we want to camp or do we want to stop?
Does anybody want to see how?
Any service up this way, so we might not be up to you.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh, let's see what this license plate is first.
All right, hold on. Hold on, we're gonna see a license plate coming up.
Oh, this is lovely driving on this now. It was terrible.
This one is Maryland. Maryland. We're getting a good sample of the whole upper half of the East Coast here.
Oh, this is magical.
I know, look at this road.
This used to be
This is some fresh pavement right here.
clunkety, 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 clunkety.
The oil hasn't even dried out of it yet.
You clunkities.
The best part about it being so fresh is that it's quiet too. It's not loud.
Yes. Isn't that beautiful? Valley. You can see where the glacier came through. See, isn't that funny how the...
What a great...
And then with the history of it, what's really interesting about transportation and history is it follows the natural path of everything. So the glacier came through and cut a river, so that was used for transportation. And then they built a railway next to it, and then they built this road, the interstate next to it. So all the modes of transportation go straight through the valley, following where the glacier went through.
We've been slowly finding worse ways to transport our things.
That's relative.
Relative, yeah.
Just if you get caught texting 3 times, you lose your license while driving.
Welcome to New York. Welcome to New York.
Oh, this is...
Welcome to New York.
This is spectacular. Skenevis.
Skenevis.
Isn't there something in Skenevis?
I don't know.
What, Elizabeth? What do you need?
She sounds stuffy.
Well, it's no wonder. I've been sick for a week. I'm going to stop at Skenevis so we can switch.
Okay. Well, guys, thanks for joining the live stream. This time I'm serious. And we're going to switch drivers, so the live stream is done. Thanks for joining. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everybody enjoy your summer. Look at these mountains. That's wild. The shape of them.
They're really just hills.
They're really just hills. But anyway,
Mountains to us.
we're going to get off at Skenevis and change drivers. So you guys all have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe. Links to support the channel are always down in the video description. And we'll see you next time.
It's a pretty sharp exit.